Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more BSL action. This is the round of 8, and it's game number 4 of the best of 5 between Sziky, one of the top, if not the best, European Zerg, and XuanXuan, a Chinese Terran player. Honestly, so far in the series, XuanXuan, not the most careful player early on, but we did see some variety that last map on Monopoly. And he did definitely macro out a hell of a lot of Marines and kind of kept the pressure on Sziky, and Sziky was unable to really answer that. I think there were some mistakes for sure on Sziky's side. Making a bunch of ultras when you're down a carapace upgrade is just not really that helpful. And of course, kind of throwing them away, a little bit painful. Maybe focusing a bit more on Plague. That game could have been really powerful against the very barracks-heavy style of XuanXuan. Now, I'm excited for this game here on Ascension and to see what type of style is going to be used. It looks like a wall-in from XuanXuan, so I would say that that's pretty likely that he'll go for some sort of tech build with a quick gas. I mean, you always could do something like Command Center as well, just complete the wall with that. We'll see. Sziky did show us a pool first in that previous game, so he's kind of caught on to the overall general way XuanXuan is playing. Here, it looks like, though, he is going to go for the hatchery first play. Scouting drone being sent out as well. And there is the barracks for that wall in here from XuanXuan. Oh, that's really far in there. I wonder where the Marine pops out. I'm honestly unsure where the Marine pops out on this barracks. I guess we'll probably end up seeing. Normally it's the bottom right, but that's covered. I think it's actually going to pop out there, which would make this... If it pops out there, he must have this tested. It must pop out here. Because, like, if it pops out here, it's literally the worst wall ever made. I guess we'll just wait and see. Anyways, gas is up, and he's going to go ahead and start mining that gas. Sziky finding him pretty quickly with the wall, and of course, as soon as he sees the wall, he's going to expect that it is a tech opener. He'll be able to get it sunken on time, of course, so that no crazy factory shenanigans occur, no vultures running by, anything like that. And SCV a little bit trapped outside. That looks funny, doesn't it? All right, so one SCV still mining. Here is the factory coming up. I think it'll be the Goliath build because I've seen him do it a couple times before. Okay, he's not going to make a Marine at all, it looks like, so I guess we will not be able to figure that out. That's too bad. I really would have liked to know. I might go on the map later and figure that out myself and see if that was just a foolish wall-in location or not. Anyways, the layer is coming up. XuanXuan has full scouting of this as well. Sziky with an interesting Overlord placement here, just kind of watching any units that might be moving in through small choke or up onto the high ground. Command Center gets started. Yeah, and let's see this time. Sziky is getting Zergling speed, so we may see him try to do a little speedling run-in like we saw the last time XuanXuan tried the Goliath build. Definitely a possibility. Layer going to be finishing up here. There is the add-on. Single Vulture once again, so not afraid of those lings being made. We'll see if Sziky actually does it. Armory is on the way and should see a second factory get started now as well. There it is. And this time, it seems like Sziky is not really overmaking lings. He's not making as many as we saw previously. We saw 8 or 10 when he attacked the last time. Here we see 4 with... oh, no, actually is making 8 once again. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I mean, there's a possibility that we see an attack there. This is the Vulture. Oh, my God. The Vulture gets insta-caught by the Speedlings. No Marines. Okay, he did start more Vultures, and he's getting Vulture speed. So this is going to go a lot better for him this time, guys. The Vulture going to leave? Or no, it's coming up to be microed, I guess. Let's see if he just catches it right away. Okay, well, he's already bought time with the Vulture, so already this is going better than what we saw previously for XuanXuan. Okay, there you go. That's some good micro. And doesn't kill that many, but deals some damage, slows them down a bit as well. Another Vulture comes out. Ooh. And, well, the Lings, good micro from Sziky. It looks like he's going to catch it again. So I think with about 8 Speedlings, Sziky has now killed 3 Vultures. Looks like SCV going to be picked off as well, and he gets in for that full scout. But again, this is so much better than the last time that we saw this on Metaverse. Yeah, like he's getting his engineering bay on time. He has Goliaths coming out. There is a Vulture speed upgrade ready. So that I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Here's the thing: you normally get Vulture speed if you normally don't get it that quickly with Goliath builds against 2 hatch play, because it just kind of cuts down on your Goliath count a little bit, slows down your third factory and things like that. But Vulture speed can be very, very good for harassment if you're going to go for like a 2-1 maxed out kind of timing push. But then you wouldn't be getting +1 armor first. You could be getting +1 attack first, because +2 attack is much better than +2 armor. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to see out of XuanXuan. Definitely has his own style here. His 1 speed Vulture ends up running by, and he's going to micro it furiously here. Oh, Sziky gets it. Okay, well, the Speed Vultures have done very, very little for him so far, unfortunately. We'll see if he makes any more. If he does, though, it uses up factory build time, which will make it a lot harder for XuanXuan to hit any sort of Goliath timing attack. All right, third gas is, or second gas is being made along with the third factory. A few SCVs going down. Sziky going to get out of there. I don't think that was particularly good harassment, but at least he did get some scouting. He sees the timing of the third factory and everything. Sziky has his own third base up right now. Another factory being started. So, yeah, this is going to turn out to be like a 2-base all-in, most likely from XuanXuan. If you're going to go for an upgrade macro game, you'll normally only get 3 factories with that this quickly. But here he's going for pure production. And, hey, it might end up working out, right? Like, let's see. Is he going to go into siege tanks? Is he going to just stay on Goliaths? It's hard to say right now. Both have their merits. Of course, Sziky has some say in how it goes as well. He has a Hydraless Den as well as Evolution Chamber coming up. So it does look like he'll probably transition into Hydras. If your opponent is going to transition to Mass Hydra, you are going to need siege tanks with that. Don't want to fight with just Goliaths. If they go Hydra quickly enough, you can be in trouble. But XuanXuan coming with a little push out. Not bad. 11 Goliaths going across the map. There is a Sunken being made. More Mutas being produced. Yeah, I like that play quite a bit. Much better than Hydras popping out right now. And Sziky definitely needs to bring his Mutas over to help defend here. Okay, looks like XuanXuan wants no part of that Sunken colony. Sunken's actually amazing against Goliaths. They have a hard time cutting that down. And Sziky just running past the Goliaths now. Let's see if he gets some harassment damage done. Siege tanks getting started as well. +1 attack on the way. And looks like Sziky just wants to kill off these Goliaths, but okay, XuanXuan's starting to micro back on some of them. A little bit slow on beginning that micro there. But, you know, I guess he'll trade, like, a little bit. Does force those Mutas back. I like that a bit better for Sziky than I did for XuanXuan here. You know, reducing the mass of Goliaths can be really, really strong. Realistically, when you hit the 2-base Goliath all in, you want 1/1 upgrades, 3 siege tanks with siege mode finishing, and like 28-ish Gauls. He won't be able to hit that 28 number. We'll see how many he ends up with. So there's 12, 3 more. He's building 3 at a time. And of course, he does have siege tanks and siege mode on the way, as well as that +1 attack. Alright, he's coming in for Sziky once again, doing some harassment. We see on the production tab he is going into Hydras behind this. So going to buy what time he can. Well, a lot of damage being dealt to these Mutas. I think XuanXuan has to be happy with the way that this is going right now. Muta's definitely very much softer now. Range here for Hydras on the way. Really want to see these Hydras position on the high ground, though. That's like a very important thing. You don't want to be fighting uphill against the mech. You're going to get absolutely destroyed. But if he does have that high ground, it's going to be a lot harder for Terran to push through. Now, let's take a look at the actual push here. Right, so he's got +1 attack, about to finish. There's 12. And another 5. So only like 17. And here we go. Sziky jumping on top of this force. Oh, man. It looks like XuanXuan is starting to win it a little bit, but one of the siege tanks end up dying. Some of the Goliaths fall as well. Sziky running back home. There's a lot being produced, though. Second siege tank comes up. Still, this, even though the fight went pretty well there for XuanXuan, I love that he's out here repairing right now. That's like going to add a lot of stability to his army. He doesn't quite have that critical mass that becomes incredibly hard to fight against. I think Sziky still has a good shot at breaking this push. All right, here we go. On the high ground, coming down. A few Lings mixed in there as well as he pushes forward. The Hydra's doing a great job in this huge arc. The siege tank has some heavy lifting to do and is not doing it quite enough. It looks like Sziky is going to end up breaking through the tanks, and the Goliaths are going to be next. And from this position as Terran, it becomes really difficult. You've already lost a lot of your tanks. You're very gas-starved compared to your minerals. And, yeah, Sziky is going to have control of this game from here. Going to be very hard for XuanXuan to come back. Only 4 factories, so you might just have to play a turtled macro game from here, but that's going to allow Sziky to drone back up again to get into whatever he wants, whether that's just mass ground or he wants to get into queens or something like that. See about that momentarily. Coming forward and picking off even more units here for XuanXuan. Yeah, I think Sziky has basically got the game at this point. Notice XuanXuan, he's trying to pull these tanks back. He's trying to keep something alive, but, you know, Mech is about getting a big enough army together, and he's absolutely unable to do that. Between the Speed Vulture opener and the early Goliath attack, where he lost quite a few of them, I think not the best played from XuanXuan this game. And that's going to be it. Sziky to the round of 4.